Been a while.
Going into game 3, Derelict Watcher.
Interesting map. I don't play it often. It's really hard to get anything past your natural.
It is such a huge map, which I'm pretty sure is why Adrenaline picked it. It's very easy to control space with Bling Muta.
Oh yeah, creep spread is so easy on this map. Everything just connects so wonderfully. Control 3. There we go. Sorry. Talking to myself is always good. But in the, what is this, bottom left, I guess you call it, corner of Derelict Watcher, it is her team, his team, her team, don't care. Good game, kids. They're down to 0-2 right now. Hopefully can bring it back, win a game. Is Adrenaline? Adrenaline.
And in the top right corner, from Team Extraterrestrials, off 2 victories, we have IAT Falcon. And now this map, as I say, I also have this map vetoed. It is not one of my favorite maps to play as Protoss. There's a lot of space, but there's also a lot of open area for drops to come in. Very hard to control all that space with overlords to deny scouting. Very large map.
Oh yeah. So we kind of expect to see. I don't know. I guess he hasn't touched Mick yet.
No.
But this first depot placement, I'm taking a wild guess that he's gonna go CC first.
Yep.
Maybe not. Oh,
I believe that. We have a drone scout coming out though.
So maybe he's expecting a high ground CC first, and he wants to take the natural. That'd be fun. That's always fun to see. Fun to see like interesting play like that. See how it works. I'll see how players react. It looks like probably gonna be a Reaper expands. First gas coming up quickly.
Looks to be a hatch first from Adrenaline.
Just slightly later because of the drone scout, but no big deal. Drone probably want to know if there's any proxies.
Now,
proxies can be
this ramp is kind of wide, and it's very hard to see things coming if you're the Terran player, so yeah. I don't know if Bus are still very into the metagame, but I know there were, for a good solid 2 weeks, it was just all you could see Zergs do. It's just these Roachling Baneling attacks.
Right after the third hatch comes up. Yep. Oh yeah. Who did that? Who kept doing that?
It was Sulky.
Yeah.
Sulky versus Innovation. That was basically to find the series.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's why I hated it. That's why I absolutely hated it. So I'm like, well, because I really like Innovation, and it's like, really, you're gonna do that?
Well.
But it works sometimes. But I think Terran have learned to figure out how to deal with it. With this Reaper Scout, straight into Hellions. If the Hellions see anything, go straight into mines or tanks, and it's kind of easy to counter from there.
I actually don't like mines as defensive units versus Zerg, particularly versus Protoss. It's another story, but versus Zerg, I don't like them as defensive because you can just peel off one lane and then just sacrifice it and then come in with the rest of it. But offense is where they really excel. But I think you need the tanks definitely to hold off those very quick Roach Bane aggression.
And this first trip's gonna come in and do a little bit of harassing. These drones are actually gonna almost surround it. Does get away. He's gonna get 1 kill at least. See the sweet APM shine here. 2 drone kills. One's trying to be made into his spine.
Oh, that was a nice save.
Queen is about to pop here, but he probably will get at least one more drone kill if this drone doesn't decide to make us up anything. No, 1 more drone kill. Another Reaper is coming to join the party. This first Reaper does die, sadly.
If there had been 2 Reapers, I think he could have gotten more damage in.
Oh yeah, with just the 1 Reaper left now, he's kind of pushed into just scouting and nothing else.
You do see an expansion and a factory, so it looks like it's going to be Reaper Hellion. If this Reaper doesn't get taken out.
Yeah, trying to survive. Trying to do as much damage as you can and still not die. Does a good decent job of that. His second CC is just about finished here.
Second round of Queens from Adrenaline, and no gas taken yet, so it doesn't look like to be any sort of early pressure or early speed. I would actually expect to see a third get taken down.
Oh yeah.
Here it goes.
With no gas at all. Yeah.
Got a drone and a third from Falcon, so it looks like it's going to be a long macro game. Which I would say favors the Zerg on this map, to be honest. Because as you said, it's so easy to get the creep out, and it is so hard to hold on to multiple bases as Terran.
Yeah. It's very, very difficult to really decide where you want to take your third, and even if depending on how the Zerg plays, if he goes mutas, like if you take your third over to the like below where your natural is, they can fly in and just say, hey, what's up? And it gets very, very annoying.
I would say you would take this third over down in the bottom right hand instead of over top left. That's mostly a fourth location.
Yeah.
Strictly because you have the ability to just backstab from the top. This way there's only one way in and out of the base.
Those things are flying.
So we're taking on. We're only taking 3 from the Zerg side. If we look at the Harvester tab, it is 30 workers to 37. Pretty standard.
Once his third CC finishes, it'll really kick in for Falcon, but for now he's just kind of setting up his infrastructure.
Yep. We have Stim on the way. Just a pretty overall standard. We got 4 Hellions on the map just to push back creep and
he went 4 Hellions and he went straight into mines after that. And there's a Roachborn on the way. Where's the Roachborn at? There's a Roachborn.
There it is. You have to remember there's no speed. Oh, and he's going to get every single one of the tumors. That's 4 tumors. That's a lot of energy wasted.
Oh, yeah.
Falcon's got to feel really good after that.
He didn't see the Roachborn though. It's right at the top of the ramp and he didn't go up there and see it. He may right now though. But he's just going to check for the third.
He did see the spine crawler, so I think that's probably deterring him from going up the ramp. He's just making sure there's a third and trying to focus the front. We have a congregation of rewards at the front. And now he does see.
2 mines actually coming across the map.
One is actually going to get in the mineral line.
He's supposed to contain. Huh. That's an intriguing play.
So Falcon has killed 9 workers.
Now these Italians kind of scooted in here.
11 workers.
Up to 11 workers killed. That's nice.
That's
two
nice.
off that first Reaper. Then I guess what was it? 9 more then?
Yeah. And Falcon loves this play where he puts a mine at each expansion, but he doesn't actually block the expansion. So if you transfer drones or you transfer workers, and you don't realize it's there, you can actually lose quite a bit.
Yeah, this first mine over at Adrenaline's third already has 2 kills. And he just took a shot at the queen. Obviously, mines don't one-shot queens, but still does some good damage. And an Overseer is morphing right there, so he will be able to kill it before it takes more shots.
There goes the Baneling Nest and the Spire. The Spire's kind of tucked away here on the left side of the base, so drops can't get into it as easy. Meanwhile, Falcon is ramping up his production. He's got 3 barracks on the way, with already 3 out, and double engineering bay. So it looks like we're pretty standard as he takes his third. He's going to do a little push out with these mines. Now, this push should hit before the Spire actually is able to kick in, so we will have Banelings.
He will have Banelings, but they won't be Speedly Banelings for a while at least. And really, he doesn't have all that much in the way of army. He's got, where are these? These 3 roaches. What else is this there? 3 roaches, these 2 lings that are out in the middle of the map. But I guess the ling...
If we look at the worker tab, it's actually 53 to 56. I expect the Zerg to be on a little bit more drones at this point in time.
Oh, yeah. Well, with the... Way to slow down the game. With the 11 workers killed, I'm sure that helps a bit.
Yeah.
With that number.
That is true. I'd still like to see more workers be created. He was sitting on quite a bit of larvae for a while.
An infestation,
but I guess he's saving up for mutas.
Yeah. And 1 drop is coming in. I'm curious if he's going to see it before it's too late or not. These Vikings have been going around, being annoying.
But see, this is what I'm talking about as far as the drop potential on this map. There's so much open space you can't control it as well as some other maps with overlords.
A lot of mutas already hatched actually, but they're across the map. And this drop is just sitting here though is the problem. It took him a while to realize he had it. Yeah. So it was sitting over his base for a long time. He could have done a lot more damage, but as it stands, he's going to get some lings and have to get out of there. And the mutas will come in and probably be able to kill off the medevac when it's leaving. In fact, they are going to do just that.
If he boosts, well, no, nope. Never mind. That's a dead drop.
That's a fair amount of mutas. So he does have another nice standing army that's coming across the map, though. So.
Yep, he's got some mines. We're seeing +1/+1 about to finish. Meanwhile, we're only sitting on. He's going for Swarm Host.
Really?
That is very strange.
And that's
you
something I
rarely
don't
see
see.
Swarmhost
Yeah.
versus Bio.
Anything in Terran. I mean, I guess if you're playing against a mech player and you want to turtle with him.
Well,
but
mech Swarmhost actually really work, especially if you use drops to make them more mobile. I know
pushing the third
TLO
gear.
is a very big component of that style, but if you look at this, there's no way to engage this army, and all Falcon's going to do is call up his base, lift up, and go home.
You don't see these. The mine's going to take out these locusts, but he's going to see those probably get out.
Falcon's going to breathe a huge sigh of relief once he realizes that's the tech choice.
Oh yeah. He does that against Bio.
Banelings don't have speed.
It's kind of a bad situation here for Adrenaline, but still a chance. He still has a decent sized army. But
There was a drop in the main, I believe. Or somehow Falcon got up to 18 workers killed when he was at 9.
I imagine that was when he killed the third off.
Oh, okay. There goes the mine shots. But the medevacs are going to make it out. And the supply tells the story. It is 140 supply to 115.
And again, using these backup mines that come in to just kind of zone out his army and take out the mutants again. He's lost pretty much
everything. Medevacs.
Yeah. Well, these things happen. He's just going to try to counter with everything. Even these two queens are trying to waddle along, but...
Yep. Falcon is getting a 4th base, and did he start 2-2? No, he forgot 2-2.
It's not quite
He should really start that soon.
He definitely has the money for it. He's probably more focused on the fights going on. And interesting enough, every single one of Falcon's racks are completely naked. He has no add-ons.
Yeah, that is strange.
I can kind of understand it. It allows you to, late in the game, decide which tech you want to go.
Okay.
Depending on what you see. I don't know. It's nothing I haven't seen it before necessarily. It's just I can understand why he's doing it. He's got a lot of just naked racks though.
But I mean, if you imagine, say some of those racks suddenly had reactors on them.
I don't think it's a great idea, but it's something.
Yeah.
He has a choice if he sees ultras to instantly throw down a bunch of tech labs and get a ton of marauders out. But as it stands, he's just kind of getting. He's not getting mean at the time.
And this is going to be the end. The Banelings still don't have speed.
Decent splits out of him as well, so
Yeah.
you have to rely on this last wave of Locust to clear everything up.
2's on the way. One more scan's going to come down, and I think that's going to be all she wrote.
81 to 46 archers again.
Yeah.
That's kind of disgusting.
That'll be it.
There's a GG.
Right.
Falcon. Give him the 3-0
Falcon.
to XT at the moment.
3
Doing
kills.
work.
And
Just
I'm
doing
actually
work.
surprised because, as I said, I believe that map was Morzark favored. Though I wish if he'd gotten the Baneling speed and just gotten more links instead of the Swarmhost. I feel like the Swarmhost, in the face of Bio, just were not the
It was an
correct choice.
interesting choice. I'm sure it's something that the person had plans and had worked previously, so yeah. That's something to see.
Yeah, that was funny. Alright, well, Extraterrestrials is up 3-0 in this clan war.
And once again, I'm just gonna mute us here in a sec. We'll be back in a bit, play some music, and
We'll be back for game 4.